Are you ready? Let's do it.
Sir.
You want to start it or you want me?
Oh, let me do it.
Oh, boy.
Let me do it. I've been waiting for this moment, guys. It is Mark and Tony, and we're here to answer the internet's top paintball questions of all time. I can't believe you're here for this, because this will probably never happen again, but it will, because there's a whole group about it. But before we answer anything, I gotta ask Tony one question. Who's the best source for paintball?
Well, that was a heck of an intro, but it's almopaintball.com. So let's get on to answering your questions on the Facebook group.
I thought that was the right answer, and I was correct.
Let's do it.
All right, Luna Estrada wants to know, when will those other guys in Lone Wolf have a big game that would be sold out event, but who would see that guy and Tony go out? It would be a great experience for teams and new players and kids. Just asking. Well, didn't you guys have a face-off at, was it World Cup last year?
Texas. We saw them in Texas, yeah.
It already happened. You missed it. The pay-per-view went super viral. Go do a Google search, and you'll probably find it.
That is a good question, though. That's funny. We've tried to get something going, so who knows? In the future, stay tuned, because there's definitely been some talk there, but not with the appropriate people. So we've tried. It's been kind of shoved off to the side, so we'll see that. But
we have to convince the powers that be that there's 6 billion people on the planet. There's enough business for everybody, so there's no reason to have weird animosity. But we'll keep it weird for now. What the hell?
All right, on to the next one. We got Will. After watching the last Ask Us Anything video, I feel like I must clarify my question. If you could bring your next NXL setup to Monster Game at Hell Survivors. I'm aware that you only pass out water, and it's a place for me to guys to do videos, but what I'd like to see. Every year the game is stopped due to people not drinking enough water because light beer doesn't count. Laugh out loud. People forget to hydrate when having fun. That being said, what's your guys' favorite way to stay hydrated on hot playing days? Can we get a public safety video like you did for the mask and hydration and how important it is?
All right,
Will.
let's start at the top. That's back set. So, are you going to Monster Game this year? Were you planning on going?
We will probably go for one of the days just to show up and, have some fun out there and see and meet some people. So, yes, I'll definitely bring what I'd be shooting at an NXL. So, NXL, I think he wants, us to sell. His, your NXL set, like the tents and all that. We're not going to bring that. Yeah, it's because he says we give away water at the NXL.
So he just wants free water.
So
you don't. Well, that's kind of rude. I know. I don't think Hell's charges that much for a bottle of water, do they?
Or just bring your own and get a case of water for a couple bucks.
You can buy them by the jug.
NXLs,
it's really cool. You get a big old container of it for $10 at Walmart.
To be honest, Will, at the Monster Game, I go personally. Me and a couple of the guys from here go just to play and have fun and release some steam from a work week. So we're just normal people like you, obviously. As for the other comments, what would you suggest? Yes, bring water, Gatorade. What really works for a lot of guys here, we drink the Transfuse. Obviously, it's no weird. It's on the website. It's hydration, mental clarity, and it's immune booster. So check out Transfuse.
And it's delicious.
And it's really good. They got multiple flavors and different options to buy in a tub, in little packets. You pour in water. Long story short, drink your water, drink your Gatorade, get Transfuse. You can pour the dissolvable packet right into a bottle of water, shake it up, and you're ready to rock. Tons of great vitamins, and it's going to keep you plenty hydrated out there on the field.
So remember, kids, on those hot days, stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay safe. And if you need a break, take a little break. It's okay. Nobody's going to think less of you. Stay safe.
That's right.
All right.
There you go, Mark.
Edward says, is there any major difference between HK Army Ether 3M and the regular Ether 3M? And if so, what are they? And am I better acquiring the regular one and putting my own upgrades? As always, thanks in advance. I'm trying to think. So, yeah, the milling
HK,
and color for sure.
That's the only difference is the milling and color. Because HK came out, literally collab with PE. They just had their own milling and their own different colors. They had a fracture red, bones, skull. They have different colors, but internally, the functionality of the actual marker itself, same exact core, same exact marker, just different colors and different milling.
So, yeah, go with the one that you like the look of the best. And then if you want to do the upgrades anyway, like the hair triggers and all that kind of stuff, regardless of which company you buy those from, it'll work in either.
Barrel kits, yeah, etc. But as the functionality of that marker versus the standard one, same exact thing.
Rob says, can we please see a comparison video with the Carbon's new barrel tip versus the double helix barrel tip from Infamous? I know we've compared the Carbon tips. Did we do one with the Infamous?
And what does he just want to see the different looks?
I mean, probably looks, size, things we do with the normal comparison videos.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
We'll do
the
it.
double helix barrel tip?
We need to do more of the barrel comparisons outside when we can actually shoot it. So it might take a minute.
Well, it's getting warmer here in Michigan.
Up.
So, yeah, obviously we're not going to, hopefully outside, not shooting in the snow. But yes, we'll definitely do barrel tip comparisons, sound signatures, stuff like that.
Yeah, but both barrels are very good. You can't go wrong with either one.
Shane Grimm, does anybody have a tip for putting on the new tank that does not want to line up with the threads? I have a die-rise CZR and bought an HK Army HS tail tank, and I always have issues getting the threads to line up. A lot of people will actually put, not oil, a little bit of actual lube or grease, a tad around like the O-ring on the threads. So a little bit, no oil whatsoever on the threads. And then just make sure, when you go to screw in, if it's not feeling right, back it out and restart. A lot of people, they just want to crank it, and then you're cross-threading the ASA, you're cross-threading the threads on the tank. So that shouldn't be an issue unless you've already got into that cross-threaded position. So if you felt it and you're like, oh, let me just keep screwing a little tighter, at that point in time, you're already cross-threading it, and it's going to be foobarred.
Yeah, every time.
Correct.
So, and there's ways to fix that too, but you want a professional to do that. Don't attempt it yourself. So what I might say to begin with, start with the grease, like he said. If it's still, and you're doing the back and forth until it goes smooth, and if it doesn't do that, maybe take it to your local pro shop or send it into us to take a look at. And, we might be like, oh, you might have to replace the ASA if that's the issue. You might have try a different tank. See if the different tank goes on easier. Maybe it's the reg itself.
The threads could already be damaged or bad. And then for me, I find it helpful to hold that marker in my one hand and have that tank upside down. Like Mark said, if it doesn't go in, back it out, restart, holding the marker kind of down pointed towards the ground, and have that tank. You'll get it, but just don't force it. If you're feeling forceful, pull back, and then, like you said, bring it to the local pro shop, give us a call, send us a picture. And
try a different tank. If a different tank can't go on, it's your ASA. If the tank goes on fine, then it is the reg on the tank that's giving you trouble. Edward says, I'm in the market for a mechanical gun, and I realize that I get trigger happy and waste too much paint with my Mini GS. Any advice or tips from your guys' experience? Any recommendations? I've enjoyed this lovely lifestyle hobby since past October, learning the ropes. So you're looking for tips to either slow down your Mini GS, or you want a tip on which mechanical gun to get. Either way, the Ether 3M is great. Any EMEC is great. You're not going to go wrong with either one of those. You can drop down the balls per second on your Mini GS since it's electronic and fully programmable. So if you're just out there and you're just too excited, you can drop down the rate of fire on the actual board, go through the manual and read how to do that. Or Ether 3, an EMEC 100. Those are great options for mechanical stuff. Or if you've got the budget, go for a shocker or something that has a mechanical frame, so you have the best of both worlds, and then you can really waste paint, or you can really shoot slowly.
True that.
Chad, any tips for not getting shadow banned on IG constantly? This pic got me flagged for the nakedness or adult behavior. I don't want to post to get flagged for saying keywords. Everything else probably post gets flagged for real pew-pews. That is a real life problem in this world and market we live in. So sorry it's happened to you.
That is for us. I would add, if that's your product, that's what you're trying to sell, put it on your story. I get it. It's not a post that stories only last 24 hours. So if it's not a main post, it's going to be around a while. We had to also quit doing that on our IG because anything with a trigger, anything with a barrel, it's a firearm per se. So put it on your story, tag your links, tag your products, do it that route. That's what works for us. Because, anything with a trigger or a barrel or it looks like a marker, they think it's something else, and they're going to shadow ban you. So put it up in your story if that's what you're trying to sell. Add your links and do all that stuff.
And something like this, I'm curious, and you might be sure, you might be right. I'm just questioning, are you 100% you're getting shadow banned? Because that phrase is that your post isn't reaching as many people as you
should.
expect,
Yep.
and you think you're shadow banned, and maybe your post just isn't that interesting that time. I'm just,
You never know.
You never know. That's the biggest problem with it.
That is cool, though. It's a nice
But
little body
when
kit.
they flag it, it is a
Yeah.
adult behavior.
Indeed.
And that's all the knowledge and wisdom that we can bestow upon you today.
If they have any other questions, put it in this group. We will try to get to you as soon as possible. Obviously, we shoot a lot of videos in the studio. So put your questions in. For now, we're done. And they're going to shop the best, and that's where, Mark?
I believe it's lonewolfpaintball.com.
See you guys next time. Take it easy.
See you.